Like I want this to be like that. This person's name is Penetration, and they're using Anna, and the profile picture is kind of exactly what you'd expect. In it, like, you know what? Whatever you say about Tekken, you say about Tekken 7 these days, and I do say a lot about Tekken 7 these days. There's still that level of surprise that can only come from playing Tekken 7 these days. Like this, this definitely isn't Fergus. But that's such a Fergus, like, account situation. Again, like, just so we're not lost here, that went under my down forward 4. Their name is Penetration. He probably has a suspicious mod on. I wouldn't be surprised. Oops, I fucked up. Random round start back 3. I'm the GOAT. One. They mashed on the first one, and that had the range. That was very Ana player. I don't know what it is about Ana players, but like, they're so predictably, they're so unpredictable with how predictable they are. I think is the best way to put it. Like, in that situation when I had a huge life lead and like they just crouched from that far away, they did the most predictable option, right? But it's like, there's no way you're gonna sell that hard, but they do, like, every single time. Like unpredictable. What would I say? Predictably? No, because they're not unpredictable. They're very predictable, but it's unpredictable how predictable they are. So they're unpredictably predictable is the best way to put it. Well, I could have broken the shit out of that. Oh, I could have broken the shit out of that again. And they love mashing. I think Ana players are like, they're all, I think Ana players live on the same frequency. I think they all just live on the same frequency. And you know what? I love that for them. I love that for them, you know? Random round start back 3. Why do I keep getting the thingy though? Random round start back 3. Aww. Technically it worked. Yeah, I didn't go to stance there for some reason. That was +9 there. But Ana players and that frequency that they live on. Again, love that for them. Absolutely love that for them. Isn't that essentially stubbornness? Something like that, yeah. I'm definitely complicating what I'm trying to say, but you guys know what I'm saying. I knew they would leave as well because they didn't want to take the penalty. This is a phenomenon I deal with very often. Is like I run into people who are like, a lot of people generally when they get Omega, they stop playing ranked. But I'm sure I run into people from time to time who have just decided to like, oh, let me play some Omega ranked because, you know, I've got the rank, let me play with it. Then they run into me and then they're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna lose my Omega. So like they'll play 1 or 2 and then leave. I think I deal with that quite a bit. There are some people like who always stay and they're like, you know what, if I take the demotion, I take the demotion. But definitely some people are like, they know they're gonna lose their rank and they disappear very fast. And you know what? At this stage of the game, it is what it is, man. Like, the only frustrating thing for me is the fact that, like, for example, I'm sure that's a new player. I've never played that person before. It's just like I can play someone new for a while. And like the only frustrating for me with them leaving is that now I'm back here waiting. Like at the end of the day, the game's like, it's on its last legs. We're close to taking Tekken 7 out back, you know? So there's, you know what I mean? It's like at this point, if you're not ruining anyone's day, play the game however you want to play it. Leave when you want to leave, stay when you want to stay. You know what I mean? That's where we are right now, I think. Oh no, so my random round start back 3 was inspired by my random round start shoulder thing. Because it's just a fast, powerful move that is virtually homing to do it around start, and like if they block it, they're never gonna launch it. It was inspired by that, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna miss deathmatching go away. So with deathmatching disappearing, it's like I'm just so not a fan of it. I'm just so not a fan of it. Because like, for one, my content, like a lot of my YouTube videos are just long sets, which literally cannot happen anymore. Like me having a good one good set against a player, like that's a video. That's in Tekken 7. That's not gonna run in Tekken 8 anymore. And then also just like the aspect of like, I don't know. I know you've ever experienced that, like it's hard, like it's just like that pure competition, that pure level of competition of like, I want the rank, I want to get over this guy, I'm gonna get over this guy. And then just the ups and downs, the lows of like, I've had like hour-long death matches with players before, and that has been somewhere like, it's frustrating. It's just the full, you run through the full gamut of emotions. There's the frustration about the times where you just can't win, and then you start to figure something out, and then that euphoria, and then back, and then when there's stalemates going back and forth, you can't string 2 wins together. Then like you can't, like the final rounds, the final rounds, like it's just like, there's just something different about it. Deathmatch in group machines, it's not ranked. I think that's a good point as well. Like when there's someone that's like close in skill level as well, like I feel like at this, I don't know, man, like it's good. I feel like it's, there are pros and cons. There are pros and cons. I think one is gonna stop boosting. I don't even know if boosting's a real thing. Like people talk about boosted this, boosted that, but it's like in this game, by boosted, what we mean is like basically farming one person to get the rank up, basically, right? Which isn't technically boosting. It's like, you know, that guy somehow got the rank and they're donating points, you know, maybe not off their own accord and shit like that, right? But there's going to be no way to really boost unless you can continue to match the same person over and over and over again somehow. So like boosting can't really happen anymore. I think it takes some like society, it's weird to explain what, some societal pressure off of it as well, because there are some people who like just don't want to leave because they feel like they're not supposed to, right? Like say they go on a losing streak and they want to leave and take a break, but they can't because like the other person's gonna like complain about it, some shit like that. I think it takes some of that pressure off like more of like a casual player, because people like, I don't know, people don't leave because they're like, oh, I have to stay, like if I leave they'll call me a bitch and to do whatever, which there's nothing wrong with that, but like some people just, you know what I mean, like there is that as well. People are still gonna boost. How? Well, you need more time to grind the ranks. I mean, I think ranking up will take, is it first to 2? It's first to 2, isn't it? I don't like that. It should be first to 3 minimum. First to 3 minimum. Another pro, it does also mimic the tournament experience, because again, once the first to 2 is done, go away, fuck off, find someone else, right? And that's the same for tournaments. First to 2, once it's done, fuck off, you know what I mean, type shit, right? So it does mimic that. But I think it's good for just like a general experience thing, especially early on. And hopefully it does mean like a variety of opponents for a longer time, because like it's going to be it's going to be basically like an ever rotating spinning door of opponents. Because what happens now in Tekken quite a bit is like 2 people get matched up and they're just going on and on and on, right? Like, so they're just death matching for ages. Then like a third person will like hop in and like they just can't play anyone because the only 2 people online are playing each other, which has happened before. Now, because it's going to be an ever rotating spinning door, I feel like there's just going to be more opponents to play for longer than there is now, right? More variety of opponent is more reason to stay and play, I feel like. When people do the rank placement, I believe you have to do the rank placement match, I believe. And I prefer it that way. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get stuck at first dan and run to actual first dans and just, you know what I mean? Because like, I don't know. It's just going to be long to be playing against the same people over and over. Well, sorry, to play against people of like, it sounds hard to play people like of a lower skill level for ranked and just play. It's just going to be long. So I'm not trying to have that. So I'm very excited for the spinning door of rank. They released an old rank system kind of mode. We could deathmatch kind of like Tekken Ball. I doubt they'd go to that much effort. Just because that's 2 ranks to store. I feel like that's just like your 1 rank in this. I feel like there's just nothing like that, to be honest. The only thing I think they would do is at some point down the line make it so you can infinite rematch in ranked. But Drive hasn't done that yet. Street Fighter's not done that yet. But again, less than a year into release, Mortal like I think it's here to stay. The same second 7 blocking system, because I don't mind like an ICFC run-in where like you're in the physical lobby to find your opponent. I kind of don't mind that. I think that's kind of fun. And imagine you have to pick P1 and P2 as well. So many people would get exposed. It's just, I think figuring out spectating is going to be the problem for streaming tournaments at the start. But I'm sure they fixed it from like the beta, because spectating in the fucking beta was like, you'd watch a match and it's just 100% speed. Like I think the physical lobby system is cool. Like imagine you get assigned like your pool and there's a bunch of people who are like, you know what I mean, everyone in your pool is there physically. Spectated will be the real problem. We'll play the demo for a bit while I decide what I want to do. No, Tekken Force and 8 is still crazy to me. I mean, here's the thing. The story mode is definitely going to have some aspects of it, because there was that screenshot of Lars like running through the battlefield against like a bunch of jacks and shit, which looked like a Dynasty Warriors style game. And if you look at like the most recent story trailer they dropped, like Lars does drop in an area similar to that screenshot. So I'm thinking that like that is going to be some kind of Tekken Force involved, like baked into the story mode type shit, like a few sections of that. And then maybe something else comes with it later, but like that's definitely going to be in there. As long as I can play Huang on the battlefield. Imagine. Skyrocket in that. We can make this comeback. Oh, I was too close on the Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper only pushes back more, but because the wall didn't, and then I had to take a mix up there. I wanted to absorb a running too. Oh, I should have ducked. Wow, I was just late that time. I suck. I suck. Ah. Blood Talon is a sick nickname though.